So we're going to start laying on our backs, find neutral position. So knees are bent, feet are on the floor, got that curve underneath the lower spine, rest the arms down. So we're just taking our nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. So as we're taking these nice deep breaths, remember those hips are level. I think you're having a torch on each hip bone. They're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. Upper body's nice and relaxed. Shoulders are away from the ears, chest is nice and open. Weight is even through those feet. Remember, big toe, little toe and heel. Gently tighten through the tummy. From here, as you breathe out, we're going to tuck the pelvis under. So you're flattening your lower back into the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. We're tucking under to flatten. Holding there. Releasing back out. So as you're tucking under, we're trying to find a nice strong flat back position. We're using the pelvis and the tummy muscles to move. So try and avoid squeezing through the bottom. So tucking under to flatten. Holding there. Releasing out to neutral. Trying to find that strong flat back position. On this next one, we're going to hold our flat back. So as you hold that flat back, trying to really press down into the mat with the lower spine, we're going to start to tighten our pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're tightening all the way in with your pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Keep the flat back. Tightening in as you breathe out. Inhale to release. So thinking of the sensation of stopping a wee mid-flow. So as you're tightening in the pelvic floor, that should feel as though your tummy muscles are working harder and that your back is slightly flatter into the floor. We're going to halve that contraction. So now we're looking at 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as we exhale. Inhale to release. Still in your flat back. Tightening in. And release. So we want to keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. They're away from the ears. We want the chest to be nice and open. If you're feeling really tense, turn those palms up towards the ceiling. So you'll open up through the chest. We're pulling the tummy all the way down towards the spine. And we want to keep the weights evenly placed through the feet. So remember, big toe, little toe, and heel. We're halving one last time, so now we're 20 to 25% tightening. This should feel like a very gentle lifting, something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. Nice deep breaths. That flat back position should feel really strong. You're using your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor to help you to stay there. We're going to bring both legs up into a tabletop position. And as you breathe out, I want you to tap one toe down towards the mat. Inhale to lift, swapping sides, tapping down. And lift. Tapping down. And lift. Keep nice deep breaths. The tummy's pulled down. You're using the pelvic floor. Shoulders are relaxed. With two more on each side. Last one each side, tap down and lift, tap down and lift. Hug those knees in, well done. Good, from here we're going to go onto our hands and knees to do our stretch through our back. So we're taking our hands underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips, tummy's already nice and tightened. As you breathe out, you're tucking the pelvis under, so we start to curve the back, working through the spine. We're dropping the head. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to put the pelvis back to your start position. You're working through your spine, piece by piece. Your head is the last thing to lift. We tuck under to curve, arching the back, dropping the head. We hold, breathe in. Exhale, let your pelvis come back to your start position. Work through the spine, piece by piece, lifting the head. So we're trying to get lots of movement through the back. You're working into each section piece by piece. Any areas that are feeling really stiff or sore, we're just taking our time to slow them down, trying to release each vertebrae one by one. Still taking those nice deep breaths. Just concentrating on getting lots of movement through the back. As we're curving the spine, think of pulling your tummy all the way in as far as you can. As you return to your start position, think shoulders are away from the ears. Put two more here, tucking under to curve. Arching the back. Dropping the head, we hold. Take that deep breath in. Back to your start position, through the spine. Put one more here, tucking under. Curving the back. Holding that stretch. Take your time as you come back to your start position, piece by piece. And we just push back into our shell stretch, flossing to the feet. Reach the arms out in front. Then on our sides. So as you come onto your side, knees are bent, legs are one on top of the other. Rest your head down. You can always pop a pillow or a towel underneath your head and take the arms long, one on top of the other. So we're just going to work on opening up through the chest. So you're going to lift that top arm up so your fingertips point to the ceiling. Then I want you to take the head with you as you start to rotate towards the opposite wall. Holding that position, take a nice long stretch. Before lifting back up and over, bring the head with you as you come around to come back down palm to palm. Lifting the top arm up, taking the head with you, rotating towards that back wall. Holding there to take a stretch. Before lifting back up and over to come down palm to palm. So make sure you're taking nice deep breaths. Doesn't matter how you're breathing here, but don't hold your breath at any point. Keep those legs glued together and grounded. You want to make sure that the twist is coming through your waist. The arm is nice and long. You're stretching from the fingertips all the way into your armpits. Looking at your hand for as long as you can. So you're promoting a good range of movement through your neck. Nice deep breaths. We've got 2 more here. Really opening up the chest. Last one. Good. From there, we're going to swap sides. So you can either roll over to face the other wall or change the direction that you're laying on your mat. So remember, legs are bent, one on top of the other. Laying onto your side, taking one arm nice and long, shoulder height, the other hand is on top. Bring that top arm up so that your fingertips are pointing to the ceiling. Take the head with you, start to twist towards the opposite wall. Holding there to take a nice long stretch before lifting back up and over to come down palm to palm. The top arm lifts, fingertips point to the ceiling. Take the head with you, twist towards the opposite wall. Holding there to stretch before we lift up and over, coming back down palm to palm. So remember, your legs are glued together and grounded. Keeping that twist coming through your waist. Looking at your hand for as long as you can, so you know you've got that good range of movement through the neck. Deep breaths. Let's take 2 more here. Really opening up for your chest. The last one. From here, I just want you to roll onto your back and reach out nice and long through the arms and the legs. Good. From here, bend the knees, pop your feet on the floor. We're in neutral, so you've got a curve under your lower back. Arms are resting down beside you. We take a deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale, lift the shoulders from the floor, reach those arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in to hold. Exhale to control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders, reaching the arms. We hold. Control back down. If you're thinking tummy muscles are lifting you, so you need to pull your belly button all the way down. Use your chin to chest position to try and relax through the neck. So you've got a big nod of the head first, then tighten the tummy to lift you. Pelvic floor is gently tightened. Those arms are reaching long. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. We've got two more here, then we'll change the arms. Last one. From here, same that we've done all week, we're going to bring those arms across the chest. So each hand is on the opposite shoulder, like you're giving yourself a little hug. Your movement stays the same. Breathe in to nod. Exhale to lift. We hold. Control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders. Hold at the top. Control back down. So you're still using your chin to chest position. Making sure your shoulders are staying nice and relaxed. So they haven't lifted just because you moved the arms. Tummy and pelvic floor stay tightened. Nice deep breaths. Two more here. This is the last one here, then we're changing the arms one last time. So from here, the hands are one on top of the other. You're placing them onto the forehead. Elbows are wide. If your neck is sore, you can change that to behind your head. Make sure that the hands are on your head and not your neck. Take a deep breath in to nod. Exhale to lift. We hold. Exhale down. Chin to chest. Lifting the shoulders. We hold. Control back down. So you can be behind the head. Still using the nod to keep the tension away. We want to keep tightened in the tummy. The elbows are nice and wide. Keep the chest open. Think shoulders are away from your ears. Last two here. One more. Good, well done. Hug those knees in. Relax that upper body down. If your neck is sore, just shake your head from side to side. From here, we need to go on to our fronts. If you need a drink, grab one before we change position. So rolling onto your front, those legs are nice and long and together. You're going to bring those hands mat width apart in line with your ears. You're looking down towards the floor. We're taking a deep breath in to prepare. As you exhale, you're pushing the nose forwards, lifting your head and your chest. Keep the forearms down. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control down to the floor. Push the nose forwards, lift the head and the chest. We hold. Control back down. So we want to be working every muscle in the legs, from the feet all the way into your bottom. We're pulling the tummy in. So your bottom and your tummy are working together to keep the back nice and strong. If at any point your legs start to cramp, just tuck your toes under like I'm doing here to lengthen through the legs. Pull those shoulders down, chest nice and open. Remember, deep breaths. Let's take two more here. Then we're going to change the position of the arms. Last one. From here we bring the arms along beside the legs. Remember, if you're cramping up, tuck those toes under, looking down to the floor. As you take a deep breath in, we're rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, reach the arms towards the feet to lift the upper body from the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Roll those shoulders back. Reach and lift, we hold. Control back down. So we're still working up the back of the legs, into the bottom. Pulling that tummy in. Keeping the back strong. Letting your hands out there to support you. Using the roll of your shoulders to get them away from the ears. Opening up through the chest. As you reach your arms back, that's what will lift you from the floor. Lots of length through the body. We're taking two more here. Last one. stepping back into our shell stretch. Pushing the bottom to the feet. Taking those arms nice and long. And then we've got the 100. So coming onto your back. And we're going to have our flat back position for this. So nice and tucked under, losing the gap under the lower spine. I'll talk you through what we're doing, we'll go all together. So from here we're going to lift our legs into tabletop, keeping it similar to how we've had it all week, just changing the arms. So if you need to leave your head resting down if your neck is sore, you can. If not, you'll be lifted through the upper body. And your arms, as you do your beating up and down, are going to rotate. So as you're breathing in, your palms are going to face the floor. As you breathe out, they'll rotate to face the ceiling. So we're going to be going inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that really confuses you, just choose one and stay with that. It doesn't matter too much. From there, we'll take the hands behind the head. We've got our 2 sets of 8 sitting up towards the legs. Then we rest down, get the arms down beside you, lengthen those legs, and we crisscross for 2 sets of 8. Remember that if your knees are bent, your crisscrosses are just through the lower leg. After that, we'll stretch out as we rest. So make sure you've got a nice, strong, flat back position. Bring your legs up into tabletop. If you're lifting your upper body, we nod the head, lift the shoulders, start with the palms facing the floor. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, staying here, hands behind the head. We're doing our sit-ups. Come up for 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8 more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest that head down, lengthen the legs as much as you can. We crisscross for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax there, hug those knees in. From there, bring your legs out into a full body stretch, arms reach long. Just give those legs a shake out if you need to. And then you're bringing yourself up to sitting. Remember to grab yourself a drink if you need to. From here, we're going to sit nice and tall through the body. We're going to bring our arms today across our chest, like we're giving ourselves a hug we did at the very beginning. Just take your feet a tiny bit wider than you have done before. So think roughly about mat width apart. Remember to be tall through the body. As you breathe out, I want you to pull the tummy in, to curve the back, and start to lean away from your legs. So no further than halfway, you can keep it small. Holding there, take a deep breath in. Exhale, tighten more through the tummy. Lift yourself up and over. Inhale to sit up nice and tall through the spine. Ready to go again. Curve and lean away. Holding there, breathe in. Exhale, lift up. And over. Restack the spine, sit nice and tall. Ready to go again. Curve and lean away. Hold in there. Lifting up. And over. Restacking the spine to sit nice and tall. Get your shoulders away from your ears. So tummy's working really hard as you're leaning back. And to lift you up and over. Try and get tightened through the pelvic floor. So you're working those lower tummy muscles. Getting nice and strong. Making sure you sit really tall before putting that curve back into the spine. We've got 2 more of these. This is your last one here. Leaning back. Holding there. Up and over. Sitting nice and tall. And relaxing there. Coming into a stretch, we just bring the soles of our feet together. So the knees are wide, the hips are open. You're curving forwards over the legs. And if you want to increase that stretch, just push your elbows into those legs, leaning yourself forwards. And now we're going into our roll up. So we're going to bring our legs long on our mat, laying yourself down to the floor. So in this position, we're in a neutral back. So you've got that little curve under your lower spine. Your legs are long, but you want to flex those feet, so push your toes up towards your face. If you usually would use something underneath your lower back, a towel or a pad or something, make sure that's underneath there, and that will fill that space, so you won't be in neutral anymore. So remember here, it doesn't matter if you're not lifting all the way up, just working to where your body will allow you to move. Take a deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale to lift the shoulders from the floor. Reaching up to lift yourself as far as you can go. If you're coming all the way up, reach for those toes. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control yourself back down through the spine to come onto the floor. So it doesn't matter here if you're only lifting halfway. Chin to chest, lifting those shoulders. You're just lifting to where your body will allow you to move. Holding there to breathe in, stretch the arms. Control back down. We're using the tummy muscles to lift us. You're pulling your belly button all the way in. If you're coming to the top, stretch forwards towards those toes. Use your breath. Your exhale, if you're forcing that out, it will give you more momentum to help you lift up and over. It still doesn't matter if that lift is small. You're just working to where your body will allow you to move. Keeping those feet flexed will help to ground your legs. For your chin to chest position, keeping the neck nice and relaxed. You'll find that movement quite comfortable. We're going to try those arms across the chest. Same movement, chin to chest. Lift those shoulders to come up as far as you can go. You're at the top, stretch forwards, breathe in. Control back down through the spine. You can do this movement with your halfway lift, so if your lift is small, you can use the hands across the chest, as long as you can feel your tummy muscles working. Chin to chest, lifting those shoulders. Flexing those feet. Relaxing your shoulders. Let's take 2 more here. This is your last one. As you relax down, just take a nice full body stretch. Reaching those arms and legs long and away. From here we're finding a flat back position. You need to tuck your pelvis under to flatten your lower spine into the floor. We're coming up into our tabletop position. We're going to do the same movement we've done for the last couple of days. So your hands are beside your knees, If your neck is full, leave your head down. If not, nod the head, lifting the shoulders away from the floor. As you breathe out, you're reaching one leg long and away from you, keeping the other leg bent. Inhale to the center. We're swapping sides, reaching long and away. Back to the center, reaching away. And center. So it doesn't matter here if your leg is high or low. What I want is the leg. So you're straightening as much as you can through that knee. Keeping the back nice and flat. Pull the tummy down. Tighten the pelvic floor. If you're in a lifted position, get your chin to your chest, relaxing through the neck. You can, of course, drop that head back if the tension is building. Two more on each side, reaching long and away. Back to the center, reaching away. And center. Last one each side. Relaxing there. Drop the head back and just rock yourself from side to side. Staying in our flat back position, so make sure it's nice and strong, you're tucked under. Those legs lift into tabletop. Again, we're lifting the upper body. This time your hands will be behind your head. So from here, as you breathe out, one leg reaches nice and long, and we twist towards the leg that you've left behind. Inhale to the center, swap sides, reaching long, twisting over. Back to the center, reaching long and twist. So make sure the leg that you're moving is straightening out through the knee. You're using your tummy muscles to take you over to the side, so you're not just moving through your elbow here. You're going to lose that flat back as you twist. So you're finding it as you come into the centre. Use your tummy, use your pelvic floor. You've got 2 more on each side. Exhale, twist. Inhale, centre, and twist. 1 more on each side, twisting over and centre, twisting over and centre, relaxing there. Hug those knees in. Shake the head from side to side if it's feeling sore. Good, let's stay in that flat back position for 1 more movement. This time bringing the legs up and they lengthen. It doesn't matter here if you need to keep a bend through your knee. It's the longest position that you can maintain throughout the exercise. So if you need the bend, then that's fine. Hands are behind the knees, either leaning their head down or coming up through the upper body. So one leg is lowering down towards the mat on a pulse. So as you breathe out, so we're coming down, down and lift, swap sides. And lift. Down, down and lift. Doesn't matter if your top leg is bent, as long as that bottom one is long, longer and lift. Long, longer and lift. Swap sides. And lift. Down, down and lift. So you want to really reach out through the leg that's moving. Reach further and lift. You can drop the head back if your neck is sore. Chin to chest if you're lifting. And lift. 2 more on each side. Down, down and lift. Down, down and lift. 1 more each side. Down, down and lift. Down, down and lift. Relaxing there. Take a full body stretch. Nice deep breath. Give those legs a shake out if you need to. From here, we're going to be going onto our fronts. So rolling onto your front. Coming back to this wide position with the legs. Turning the feet out. Take the hands mat-width apart, they're in line with your ears. So you're looking down towards the floor. Make sure those arms don't creep up too high, they're in line with the ears. We're taking a deep breath in to prepare. As you exhale, you're pushing the nose forwards, lifting the head and the chest. From here, you're pressing down through your hands to lift yourself up higher if you can. Holding there, take a deep breath in. Exhale to control yourself down through the spine, back to the mat. Push the nose forwards, lift the head and the chest. We're pressing down into the hands, coming up nice and high. We hold, control back down through the spine onto your mat. So making sure you're working up the legs, you're squeezing your bottom, pulling your tummy in. You're coming into a full extension position. You need to make sure that your back is nice and strong. As you're lifting, your shoulders are down, your chest is nice and open. Think about getting longer through the body. You're looking ahead of you the whole time that you lift. We're going to take 2 more here after this one. Nice deep breath. Shouldn't be holding your breath at any point. This is your last one before we change the position of the arms. So we're going to use our triangle position that we used yesterday. So your thumbs and your index fingers touch. Bring that triangle underneath your face so your elbows are pointing out each side of you. And you're looking down towards that triangle. Your movement is the same. Push the nose forwards to lift the head and the chest. Press down into your hands, and again you're lifting yourself up higher. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control down through the spine onto your mat. So pushing the nose forwards, lift the head and the chest. Pressing down to lift up high. We hold. Control back down through the spine. So you should still be tightening up the back of the legs into the bottom, pulling that tummy in. You're just lifting to where you can go. If you need to keep that lift small, keep it nice and small. So with this position of your hands, you're more likely to feel this on the underneath of your arms and into your shoulders. Keep those shoulders down. Don't let them start to tense up. 2 more here, nice and controlled. This is your last one. From here, we're going to push ourselves back into our shell stretch. So bottom to the feet, reach those arms out in front. And just try and creep your hands a little further forwards if you can. And from there, we're going to go onto our hands and knees. Grab a drink if you need one. So we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. The knees are underneath the hips. Remember that your tummy is already nice and tightened here. As you breathe out, we're taking opposite arm and leg nice and long, and we lift. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down to your mat. Swapping sides, reach long and lift. We hold. Breathe in. Control back down. Then make sure here that you're getting a nice long line from the tips of your fingers to the ends of your toes. So it doesn't matter how high or low the arm and the leg travel, we want to keep that length. Make sure the tummy stays nice and tightened, making sure that your back stays really long, and that we can maintain our balance. Bringing your hands back underneath your shoulders is also going to help keep you really balanced. They're creeping too far in front of you, you'll feel really wobbly as you try and lift away from the floor. Put 2 more on each side, and we'll add some more movement in. Last one on each side, reach long and lift. Holding. Control back down. So keeping the beginning of the movement the same, we're going to add a lift through the leg. So we still reach nice and long and we lift. From here, I want you to bend your knee and flex your foot. You're going to push your leg up, 2, 3, 4. Control back down. We're swapping sides. Reach long and lift. Bend the knee, flex the foot. Push up, 2, 3, 4. Control back down. So this movement is coming through your hip, so you shouldn't need to bend and straighten your knee. You're just lifting from that hip socket. Still taking nice deep breaths, just as and when you need to. The arm stays long, push up. 2, 3, 4. Control back down. We're taking 2 more sets on each side. Put 1 more set on each side. Push up. 2, 3, 4. Last time, long and lift. Bend, push up. 2, 3, 4. Control back down, relax there. And roll through your wrists. Good, we're going to stay on our hands and knees. This time, you're tucking those toes underneath you. If here your wrists are feeling really sore, just drop yourself down to your forearms. Give them a little bit of a relax. If not, we're on long arms. As you breathe out, pull that tummy all the way in. We're pressing into the hands and the feet, the knees lift. Just an inch or so from the floor. Inhale down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. We're lifting up. Inhale down. Lifting up. And down. So the tummy is lifting you. Your hands and your feet are there for support. If your feet are slipping on your mat and you're on a carpeted area, then just come onto the carpet. It will help to grip your feet a little bit more. 4 more here. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Lifting up. And down. 2 more. Lifting up. And down. Last one. Relaxing there, roll through those wrists. So we're going to use the same movement, but add a lift in through your feet. Again, you can be on your forearms or on long arms, completely up to you. Toes are still tucked under. So you're going to be lifting the knees off, holding there. Take 1 foot off of the floor, put it down. The other foot lifts, put it down, knees go down. So on your forearms, you're just a little lower to the mat. You're lifting up, holding there. 1 leg lifts, put it down. The other leg lifts, put it down. Knees go down. Just a little tiny lift from the legs. It doesn't need to be very big. Up, down, knees go down. Tummy stays pulled in the whole time. Lifting up. Foot lifts, down. Foot lifts, down. Knees go down. 2 more here, coming up. Lift the leg, down. Lift the leg, down. Knees go down. Last one, we lift up. The leg lifts, down. Lifts, down. Knees go down. Relax there, roll those wrists. Good, well done. Now we can go into our planks. So bring your upper body to the front of your mat. Hands are underneath your shoulders, or you're dropping onto your forearms. From here, you're stepping 1 foot back behind you, weight is in the toes. The other leg comes to meet it. Find a strong plank position. Hold for your breath in and out. Put those knees down. When you're ready, we go again. Stepping back and back. Long line, hold for your breath in and out. And come back down. It's the same if you're on your forearms, you're just lower to the ground. Stepping back and back. Strong plank position. Breathe in and out. Put those knees down. Make sure that as you come into your plank, you're squeezing your bottom, pulling your tummy in. You're breathing. Those shoulders are away from the ears. Long line. And back down. You've got 2 more here. Stepping back and back. Long line. And down. Last one, step back, long line, and down. Well done. Stretching back, roll through those wrists. And then I want you to just come to a seated position. Doesn't have to be cross-legged, however is comfortable for you. Bring the hands one on top of the other in front of your chest. We would usually do this one standing up if you come to class. Sit nice and tall through your body. We're going to be going twist, twist and centre. Twist, twist and centre. The head moves with you. They're like little pulses. Pulse, pulse, centre. Centre. Shoulders are down. Your tummy is tightened. Twist, twist. So keeping those hips nice and stabilised because we're sitting on them. Relax the shoulders. Twist, twist, centre. Twist, twist, centre. 2 more each side. Breathe. Last one each side. And relaxing there. We're going to go into our stretch. You can do this either standing or kneeling. So we'll just take a roll back of the shoulders. Get a nice big movement through there. Don't worry if you've got any crunching. And forwards. Rolling through the shoulders. Good, let's take those arms out to the side, nice and long. Lift yourself up, reaching over. Come back to the centre, we're going to lift ourselves up, reaching over. Back to the centre, one more time each side, lifting up and over. To the centre, we're lifting up and over and relaxing there. That's your class done.